Hi, Viet. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi. So, are you done eating your dinner?
Yes, I ate my dinner.
Okay, that's good to know. Then, so how was your school today, Viet, for a while? How was your school today?
It's great.
Ooh, it's great. That's nice. So, are you ready for today's lesson?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so may I know if my voice is clear? Yeah.
Yes, your voice is clear.
Okay, thank you. So let me share my screen. Okay, Viet, can you now see my screen?
I can't see it now.
You can see it now. Okay.
Okay, I can,
For a
but
while. How about this one?
yes, I can see it now.
Okay. So last meeting, we tackled about the issue of debate in the issue, should gun makers pay the cost of gun violence, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so today we will proceed to the next issue, which is the should people lose their jobs if it helps the environment? So for you, Vet, do you risk to lose your job to help the environment? So do you want that your job will be lost just to help our environment, or no? What do you think? I'm sorry, Viet, can you hear me properly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so will I repeat the question again? Will I repeat the question again for you, Viet?
Yes,
Okay. So, should you lose your job? Should you risk to lose your job just to help our environment, or no, you would not risk to lose your job just to help our environment?
I think hey, people lose their job to help the environment because as if if we don't have the environment, we can't live.
Yeah, so that's your point of view. So for me also, thank you for that, Vet. So for me also, it is a no. I can't lose my job just to help the environment, because how will the environment help me with my basic needs if in my basic needs if I will lose my job, right? So I would not lose my job just to help our environment. That's for me. That's for teacher Mary. That's for teacher Mary's opinion. Okay, now, Viet, can you read this part to this part?
Of course, the environment is important, but some say jobs are more important. What do you think?
Okay, can you proceed to the context of the issue? Can you read it from there up to here?
What would you think if someone told you that an animal or a bird was about to become extinct, you want someone to do something about it, right? But what would you think if they told you that saving the animals might cost their parents their jobs? Tough question. Unfortunately, many communities across the United States struggle with this problem every day. Many types of animals are in danger of becoming extinct. Saving them sometimes means closing the businesses that threaten them, or it means that new businesses can't be built on lands that house threatened animals. And these leads to people losing jobs. Environmentalists don't want to see people out of work, but they also say that nature has to be protected. Other people they say that it's time to be put human beings first. They say they don't want to destroy the environment, but they think that jobs are more important than animals. What do you think? Are endangered species more important than jobs?
Okay, thank you for that, Vet. Can you say again this part? But what would you think up until here? Viet, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there.
Okay, can you read this part again up to here? Up to the jobs? Viet, are you doing something? Okay, it's all right. So, here, Viet, please participate in our class and listen to teacher first, okay? Will that be all right for you, Viet?
This is okay.
Okay, thank you. Can you read this part again? But what would you until their jobs?
But what would you think if they told you that saving these animals, the these animals might cost the parents their jobs?
Can you say parents? Can you say parents?
Parents,
Jobs.
jobs,
Environmentalist.
environmentalist,
Environment.
environment.
Okay, thank you for that. So in this context, Vet, it talks about the you'd want someone to do something about it, right? So, but what would you think if they told you that saving this animal might cost your parents their jobs? So, it's a tough question, right? So, many communities across the United States struggle with this problem every day. Many types of animals are in danger of becoming extinct. Saving them sometimes means closing the businesses that threaten them. So many businesses in United States that are closing because of the environment, or shall we say because of the animals that are in danger. Okay, or it means that new businesses can't be built on lands that house threatened animals. So it says in this context, Viet, that there are many businesses that are not going to be built because of the animals that are be threatened on lands. So the environmentalists don't want to see people out of work. Then it means in this part that the environmentalists said that they don't want people to get starved or to be burdened from no work. Okay, Vet, do you follow teacher Mary? Do you follow teacher Mary, Vet?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. But they also say that nature has to be protected. Other people say that it's time to put human beings first. So they say that they don't want to destroy the environment. So, but they think that jobs are more important than animals. So in this context, they are confused. They are confused of the jobs are being more important or it should be our environment. Okay, so let's proceed in the agreed side, which they agree that people should lose their jobs to help the environment. Can you read this part, Fed?
Endangered species must be our first priority. It's unfortunate when people lose their jobs, but it's worse that when animal species become extinct. The American wilderness is a national treasure. It belongs to everyone, and it would be sad to lose any part of it. More important, the planet's environment is very delicate. Losing a single kind of animal could have terrible consequences.
Okay, thank you. Can you say the word there?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So in this part, they say that environment is more important than losing their jobs in this part, okay? So endangered species must be our first priority. Look, so environment, or shall we say it is the specific of environment, which is the endangered species, are should be their first priority. So it's also unfortunate, they said, that people lose their job. So, but it's worse when animal species become extinct. So, they said that the planet's environment is very delicate. So, losing a single kind of animal could have terrible consequences. So, it says here that in every animal that could die, they could have any consequences that they could get. All right, Vet? So, can you tell me why environment is more important than losing their jobs?
Because if the environment is bad, people can't live.
Can you repeat your answer, Viet? I can't hear you properly. Sorry.
Um,
What do you think
if the en-
environment
if the
is?
environment is bad, then we can't live.
All right. So thank you. That's also correct, but in our environment, it is more important because there that part is where we lived in. So we could also say that it's okay that we don't have jobs as long as we're living in a environment that is peaceful, that we can we can kill any animals or endangered species. So that's why in this part they agreed that people should lose their jobs so that they can help the environment. All right? Do you have any questions for this part, Viet?
No, I don't.
Or am I too fast? Am I too fast? Or just tell me, okay, Viet, if teacher speaks too fast. Okay? Okay, Viet, you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, can you read this part? In this part, they agreed that people should lose their jobs to help the environment. Okay, start.
It's time to put people first. People shouldn't lose their jobs because of animals. Sure, we should protect the environment as best we can. But saving the environment should not put people out of work. Anyway, the environmentalists always exaggerate. Lots of times endangered species are just types of bugs or weeds. It's bad enough to think that an endangered animal, oh, endangered owl, might cost people their jobs. But bugs and weeds?
Okay, thank you. So in this part, people shouldn't lose their jobs because of animals. So in this sentence, we can already have a hint that losing their jobs is more important than the environment. Okay? So saving the environment should not put people out of work. It says here that the environmentalists always exaggerate. It means that they need the attention they want so that people could lose their job. So lots of times endangered species are just types of bugs or weeds. Say bugs, weeds.
Bugs, weeds.
Okay, thank you. So they belittle the environment because they are protecting the side which people shouldn't lose their jobs. All right? Do you have any questions on this part? Yeah?
No, I don't.
Okay. So your turn. Make a list of jobs that may harm certain parts of the environment. So can you tell me some jobs that could harm or shall we say it is not good for our environment? Okay, can you put it in our chat box? I will chat it here yet so that you can understand more the question. I will just ask you three jobs that can harm or shall we say it it is bad for the environment. Okay, here you go. Did you saw it now, Viet? You can just write it down or you can just also chat here in our chat box. Just ask me if you have any questions or you did not understand the question. Just let me know if you're done. Okay, Viet, are you okay or do you had a hard time to understand the question? Okay, Viet. So where are you now? Did you list already three jobs or just at least one?
Mm, I I listed two jobs
Okay, so may I see it or can you chat it here in the chat box? All right, that's good. For that, I will give you 5 stars. There you go. You got the correct answers. Although it's only two, but it's all right because it's correct. So the first one you wrote is the built factories. So why do you think building factories can harm our environment?
because if we build factories, uh, uh, if there's smoke, there's
Yeah,
smoke in here.
yeah. So the smoke coming from the factories will cause our environment and it will lead into a danger. All right. So the next one, hunting animals. So why do you think hunting animals can harm our environment?
Because mm, if we hunt animals, the animals will die.
Yes, animals will die. And animals are helpful to our environment because they somehow help us in in many ways. So if they are not here in the land, in our environment, we cannot also have those, like for example with the goats, we I mean with a cow, we can't have a milk cow, right?
Yes.
So that's correct. Okay, thank you for that. So let's proceed to the next one. Next debate prompt. Should children be allowed to enter beauty pageants? So for you, Viet, do you allow children to enter beauty pageants? What do you think?
What is beauty pageants?
I am sorry, Viet.
What is beauty pageants?
Beauty pageants is like um, a group of girls competing in a stage. They're competing for the crown. Like you saw some, like the Miss Universe, like there are many beauty pageants that you can see, mostly in TV or in your community. There could be in your community. All right, do you got it, Beth? Or you're still confused?
Um, yes, I forgot it.
Okay, so what um should you allow children to enter at that event, like a group of girls competing, and do you allow them to enter that event?
I think it's no.
It is no, because why is it your answer no? Why do you think
Be-
why you don't allow children to enter a beauty pageant?
because they don't need to enter.
They don't need to enter. So may I ask why? Why they don't need to enter? They are just children. They don't know what is it. So why can't they enter? Why do you think so, Viet?
Be- because
Okay, maybe people would think that they are still young for that event and they could not understand on what happened to it, right?
yes,
They will be running around. They might be they might bump into a chair because they don't know what is happening around them, right? Because beauty pageants are for adults. It's for it's for them to see the different attributes of the girls competing in the stage, right? So
yeah,
mostly adults would understand that situation where they could they could feel the fun, the excitement, and the beauty of the ladies. Okay, so let's proceed with the context of this issue. Can you read this part, Yet, up to here? Okay, start. Okay,
some people think girls should be in the teens before entering beauty pageants. Others think it's okay for these girls to be younger. What do you think? There's a beauty pageant in town, and a friend convinces you to go. You think beauty pageants are boring, but you go anyway because you want to see what the big deal is. When you arrive at the contest, however, you're shocked because you discover that contestants are only 6 years old. Every year, over 100,000 girls under the age of 12 compete in beauty pageants in the United States. Organizers of these pageants says they teach
Say,
young girls important lessons that will help them later in life. They say the girls learn about hard work, discipline, and self-confidence. Others say that children should not be put through the stress of beauty pageants. They say that 6 year olds should not have to worry about things like self discipline or being the most beautiful little girl. What do you think? Should children be beauty queens?
okay. Thank you. Can you read the word discipline?
Discipline.
Okay, so it is not read as discipline. It should be discipline. Can you say it again?
Discipline.
Okay. How about self-discipline?
Self discipline.
How about contestants?
Contestant.
Organizers?
Organizers.
Okay. So it says in the context that if you are the one who is an adult and you saw the contestants are too young, like they are in 5 years old, like in 6 or 10 years old. So what would you think? They you might think that it is boring, but you might get excited because they're too young for that. So it would be a big deal, right? It would be a big deal for
Yes.
you because you discovered that here in this part you discovered that the contestants are only 6 years old. So obviously you will be shocked, right? Because of this situation or in this contest. But here, other people say that children should not be put through the stress of beauty pageants. They say that 6-year-olds should not have to worry about things like self-discipline or or being the most beautiful little girl. So here, let's find out on the both sides in which they agreed onto. Should in this part they allow that children should enter beauty pageants, and in this side they don't allow to enter children's in any beauty pageants. Okay, can you read the first one, please?
People who want to stop these pageants should lighten up. Participating in beauty pageants is just like playing Little League. Beauty
League.
pageants can league.
League. League.
League.
There's G on it, so it will be pronounced as league.
Like little league.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Beauty pageants can teach a girl how to be self-confident and a good sport. More important, they're lots of fun. 6-year-olds love glamorous dresses and fancy hairstyles, and their parents and family love to see them all dress up.
Okay. Can you say the word participating?
Participating.
Okay. So in this part, they agreed that children is okay to join in any beauty pageants because they are into like dresses, like fancy dresses. They want to learn they want to learn how to gain self-confidence and how to have a good sport. So, more important, in this contest, it would be a lot of fun, right? Because to think that they are still too young for that, right? Because somehow, you can see that beauty pageants are for adults, like not for them. But in this part, they they agreed that they could join because they are learning. They need to learn that way. They they are capable of doing things, right? So, okay, here in the no part, the part that they don't agree that children should enter in any beauty pageant. All beauty pageants are ridiculous, but these pageants are the worst. Teaching girls to compete over their looks is wrong, especially when they're so young. Little girls should learn to feel confident about their abilities, not their looks. And who cares if a 6-year-old learns about discipline? 6-year-old girls should be having fun, not working. Beauty pageants are not just a waste of time, they are harmful. So, in this part, they don't care if a 6-year-old should learn discipline. They said that 6-year-old girls should be in the part where they're still having fun. They're not working. So all beauty pageants are ridiculous, but this pageant are the worst. It means that and they are talking about that pageants are the worst because of the 6-year-old girls, which they don't agree because it's too young for them to join, right? So for you, it's your turn, Viet. What is the minimum age someone should be to enter a beauty pageant? Why?
I think it's uh, uh, uh,
How old should a girl?
I think the I think minimum is 18.
Yes, that's right. It's 18. Okay, thank you for that answer, Viet. You're correct, but I'm so sorry we don't have enough time for this lesson. But next meeting, we will continue our lesson. All right, is that okay for you?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you for listening today with teacher Mary Viet. Thank you and have a good night. Thank you, Viet.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.